too crazy. So I hadn't even lowered the rear end of this car. You can see it's still at factory ride height. So y'all let me know what you know, some of the first modifications you would do to a Corvette Grandsport with 100,000 miles on it. Car rides perfect, nothing wrong with it. But some things you can do and some things you shouldn't do when a car has reached that many miles. So of course, I'm into rebuilding everything if I have to. On the long run, that's eventually what I'm gonna do. But right now, we're just gonna make it look back, you know, make it look like it came from the dealership again. Since it's no problem with the engine and all the miles, being that many miles, I'm gonna keep driving it. May do exhaust, intake, maybe even do a light cam, you know, if the engine is healthy enough. So we're gonna look into all that. But first, we're gonna take care of the cosmetics. We're gonna get the front bumper repainted. I may get the whole car repainted in the X-Bell. I got a couple scratches on the side mirror here. Yeah, little stuff like that. Little small stuff from the garage door. Coming at home late, drunk or something like that. But these rock chips are from driving on the highway at excessive speeds. Of course, not going too fast, but fast enough. Kept the car outside for a whole year, so a lot of things happened when the car was in the sun, exposed to that much sunlight. Right in the dead center of the sun, you can see the fade on the Corvette symbol, and one more other scratch right here. This comes from a tow truck who didn't know what the hell they were doing. Decided to tow my car out of town, of course, and that happened. I don't know how it happened, but I know I didn't have it before my car was towed. So we're getting all of that fixed. The car will look like it came from it should look better, because we're going to use a better grade of paint, and we're going to expel the whole car so it will shine at all times, even when it's dirty. Alright, so as you can see, it was a pretty basic spec, just all black. It wasn't anything special. It's an automatic car. The top is retractable. It does come off, of course. All Corvettes, the tops comes off. It's kind of dirty, so you got to excuse the pine straws and whatnot. But yeah, it's a basic C6 build. This car does come with the 6.2 LS3 engine. It's probably about right at 400 horses, and it is mighty dirty under here. So that'll be a separate video where I'll show you guys me cleaning out my engine bay. That's a whole nother job right there, right? It's kind of, as you can see, pretty dusty under here, but it ain't too bad. It's just dust, you know. So this will be a whole nother video. Only thing I ever done to the car was put an alternator on it, and of course change the battery. So this is a bone stock car. I hadn't even changed the air intake. I've put spark plugs and wires on it. Just, you know, me screwing around under the garage. But other than that, the car is bone stock, besides changing tires and of course fuel. Only problem I ever had with the car was when I first got the car, it had less than 20,000 miles on it when I was having a problem. It was a fuel issue. I was smelling fumes inside of the car. So we basically did the deal back and forth with the dealership for about a year, till they finally replaced everything under the car, like the fuel pump, the fuel sending unit. I actually replaced 2 pumps, because you know about a C6, they come with 2 separate pumps, left and right. So that was a deal situation, replacing one, then still having a problem, had to replace the second one, then having to replace the sending unit, the solenoid. It was just different parts of the fuel until we just end up replacing everything. So finally the fuel smell is fixed, and you know, I got to enjoy the car. As you can see, I put another 80,000 miles on the car since then. But That's it. That's the only problem I've ever had with the car. And it was just a fuel smell. It didn't stop the car from driving, or sometimes it sputtered or crank up. That was the real problem. It hesitated to crank. But other than that, man, the car's been great. Only thing I've really damaged on the car is, of course, this front splitter. You know, it was my first time having a car this low, and I've driven too close to a pull up on a curve or something, and you know what happens next. But I've learned how far to pull up and how far not to pull up. And now that we're working on the cosmetics, I'll get a new splitter, a new lower valence, and we're gonna touch up some of these scratches and stuff on this car, rock chips on the paint job. We're gonna get us a new symbol because this one has been, this one has been cleared out. So look who pops up. It's my dad.
Man, what you doing out here looking at that car?
Yeah, Pops.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Pops pull up looking like me. You know, he had to go get him one, you know. I had to tell him what was cool, you know, so, you know, he went and got him one. He just as clean, though. I'm going to put it like that. He just as clean. So Pops has a Grandsport. As you can hear, it's the real deal. Yes, sir. That's a coincidence, you know. I just happened to be in the neighborhood, and I guess Pops just happened to be leaving the house. That's Pops pulling off. So that was a coincidence. Pops actually pulled up while I'm here filming. I'm right down the road from the house. So I didn't even think he would be out of work. You know what I'm saying? He pulled up and he's actually in the car. He normally drive the truck and drive his other car. He actually is in the car. So that was pretty dope.